We're on to devotional number 7 in this series called Today, and I hope you're remembering some of these pointers so that we can live in the moment and not worry about tomorrow or fret about yesterday. And this one's called The Great Connection. You know the verses well at the end of Matthew 6, where we're told not to worry about our life, but to look at the birds of the air and how God will clothe us and all the things. But have you ever read that entire chapter and all the verses that precede this worry passage? Let's unpack it to get a grip on today's piece. Before that passage about not worrying about tomorrow, the chapter starts out with the instruction to give in secret and not proclaim or boast about it, and God will reward us. Then we're instructed to pray in secret too, not babbling or praying out loud so others can hear us, but rather praying in secret. And then there's the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, you know the rest. And after this, we're told not to draw attention to ourselves when we're fasting or doing other religious rituals in public. But we're to do all these things in secret, and our Father will see and take note. In other words, serving God isn't about bringing an attention to ourselves, but focusing on God and exalting Him, because exalting ourselves is not beneficial one bit. And yet, the majority of our culture and life here, as we observe it, is all about bringing attention to our good deeds, what we're doing to benefit others, and certainly drawing attention to ourselves so that we're well thought of and we can achieve and gain success. When we live this way with this mindset of look at me and all I've done, we become self-centered and self-sufficient, and we take on the huge load of providing for and making sure we have all we need. It's all up to us, and when we achieve success, then we can settle back and breathe. Then the next set of verses talk about storing up treasures in heaven and trying not to serve two masters, namely God and money. Focusing on storing up things here, including the affirmation and praise of men, only results in disappointment because all of that is temporal. And when we attach our peace to the gathering of these things, then how great will be our despair when they're taken away. It refers to healthy eyes that cause your body to be healthy. And then it says in this passage, if the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? So perhaps what we can glean from all of the above is that a wrong attitude towards self and our deeds and even religious practices can bring darkness to our whole being. And then we come to the part about today, and it starts with therefore, meaning now that we've read all the above, here comes the rest. Therefore, don't worry about life like eating, drinking, and clothing. Observe the birds and how they're fed from above. Worrying can't add a single hour to your life. Why do you worry about what you're going to wear? Observe the flowers and the grass. Grass is here today and gone tomorrow. Don't worry and ask questions. Your Father knows your needs. Seek His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be added. Therefore, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. So how do we tie this entire chapter together? It's the Great Connection. The entire first part is a warning about drawing attention to ourselves and desiring praise. This breeds worry and unrest in living because it's all about us, what we're doing, and our good deeds. The second part is all about rest and looking to our Father, praying to Him with a pure heart, placing our trust in Him for all things as we seek Him first. So there's a great connection here. It's the I. It's what we see that either brings us rest or fret. When we look at with our eyes at others, compare ourselves, and hope to find favor by what we do, all the while wrapping it in good deeds, our eyes are full of darkness because we've lost sight of the true treasure. And that true treasure is our relationship to our Father to child, where He takes care of everything we need when we seek Him first. Only then are we able to live worry-free today because our eyes are full of light and recognition that it is He who clothes us, cares for us, supplies our needs, forgives us, enables us to forgive others. He's worthy of praise, that praise that we so desperately seek for ourselves, and He delivers us from the evil one. Today has enough trouble. There will be wars, tragedy, sickness, and loss, but none of those affect our tomorrow because we're held secure and taken care of by our Father. Eyes full of light, turned away from storing up fading treasures, that's the great connection in realizing what's here today and gone tomorrow and what stays forever. This week when you pray and when you give and when you move about, observe the birds and the grass and look up. Breathe in deep and let out a big long sigh as you allow the light of today to illuminate your entire being and see the true treasure of heaven on earth, and that's Jesus, the hope of today and tomorrow. And search and listen to the lyrics of this old but popular song that's still sung today. I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. I'd rather be his than have riches untold. I'd rather have Jesus than houses or land. I'd rather be led by his nail-pierced hand than to be the king of a vast domain and be held in sin's dread sway. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world offers today. I'd rather have Jesus than worldly applause. I'd rather be faithful to his dear cause. I'd rather have Jesus than worldwide fame, and I'd rather be true to his holy name. It's a great connection.